new one?
That's the only thing I could do. So I got to get the other link. Good.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
I didn't get the link from you. Okay, no barking, baby. No barking. Kaiser, you want to go to your kennel? Relax.
You heard something?
No. Hey, George.
Hey.
It's okay. Relax, boo.
What's up, Roberts? You gonna let them out?
All right, no more barking. Sit down. Sit down. Lay down. Relax. You're okay. You're okay. You said what?
No, she was saying in the frame.
Oh.
How's your day going so far?
Ooh. I'm beat. Tired from work. Mom, how's your night going?
been a rough day in the week with all this police killing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, I think I wasn't able to watch it, but I know they had the memorial service today for George Floyd, and then they also started the trial for 3 of the police officers. I don't know.
Those were the ones that I guess were considered accomplices. I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't able to look at too many things. Um, yeah, yep.
It definitely is crazy.
Oops, sorry.
I see some pain all day. Way to go. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Hey everyone.
Hola, people.
We hope you guys are all safe out there. Hey Boo
I hear you.
Bears.
I hear you. What's up, booby?
How's staying militant? I love the shirt, Doctor. Thank you. Oh man, how's studying going?
Hey, Damo, how's things going in Bali with all this, ruckus going on in the world? Seem like a lot of these countries been kind of reacting to things too.
How many hours did you do today? And yeah, I am interested to see how it is in other countries.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Mark. World Health Organization. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Uncle Mark?
So we're gonna do. You telling me my life matters. Yeah, I will say with this incident, and well, I mean, it's been many incidents that kind of led up to this, but there's a lot more reaction happening. Hi, Aunt Paula.
Tell her we said,
There's
she could probably hear us. So, hey, Auntie.
there's a lot more action, I guess I'll say, being taken by businesses, and a lot of people are actually speaking out differently than they have in the past, which is interesting. And I even seen that in LA, I think they took like over 100 million from the LAPD budget to put into invest in Black communities. So it's interesting. I mean, I know a change is coming, and I'm interested to see an actual change.
Yeah, to see how it's actually going to play out.
Yeah, I did 8 hours today, 9 to 4, and then 9 to 10. Girl,
I understand the 9 to 10, but that 9 to 4, I need some tips because we was just talking about that.
Yeah.
She was just telling me you could go hard with studying, and I can't do it. After 2 hours, I'm good.
Yeah. I need my breaks.
Yeah. If I push it for 3, I'll probably wake up somewhere like 5 hours later.
But also, let's see, it was a 4-hour lecture, and then I did some studying.
Yo, who's Antifa?
Okay.
I
Antifa
to be honest,
both sides.
I'm just now hearing about the Antifa thing. I'm new to that.
Participating. We cannot stand by and do nothing. That's all of us stand up. It was 2 10-minute breaks during the lecture. Yeah. I mean, Antifa has been around for a while, and they are a group who dislike fascists, racists, and they would be considered the far left, I believe. So more radical.
Have you been aware of things that they've done? You know, like specifically?
Oh, your cousin said a group funded by George Soros.
I've seen that name.
I heard that they have been, people believe that he's been giving them money to go in and cause damage and destruction and actually mess up the message of what people are actually fighting for. Yeah. Be safe when you're out there, Uncle Mark. I don't know if you guys have a curfew. We have a curfew all this week. I believe it's 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Anti-fascist movement. They are actually fascists. I'm not surprised.
You know that's how I go.
Targeted by the FBI. Yeah, Trump just declared them as terrorists. So 1,000 a day to protest for Black Lives Matter movement. It's crazy. There's just so many deceptive things going on. Yeah, I think most states have curfews.
Y'all lucky down, Kumar.
Yeah.
We got one out here. I think it's 8 o'clock?
That's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Sorry.
But yeah, there's a lot of deceptive moving parts that are occurring right now. And it's not the first time, but I feel like now a lot of people are more aware of the deception. Charm your face. Girl, he's been
ever since you told her
ain't nothing going on in Chesapeake. We don't have that many corona cases.
Well, good for y'all on that too.
It's okay.
Nah, ever since y'all got her about the Zoom thing on that phone call, she been on my head. She don't know how to control herself. She waited for the response.
Who?
You.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Trump for taking away censorship from social media.
You could say that.
Yeah.
I think he was on for it at one point, but he switched up on that.
On our nerves. Yeah, you're right. Remember, we got voted fourth born city in the United States. No, child. Love that good Black man.
Thank you, people. Thank you.
You can love somebody and still, just. Yeah. They can still work your nerves. But yeah. Right. You don't know from experience.
How you gonna tell me?
Because I don't work your nerves. Thank you very much. But yeah. I don't know, some of the decisions Trump makes, are positive as far as stopping censorship, and he's more on the side of medical freedom instead of people telling you how you have to treat yourself. But everything else, I just can't mess with him. Can't mess with him.
Yeah. It's personal. For him. That's what. I think the decisions that he made, the ones that are good for us, they're personal to him. You get what I'm saying? They affect things that he has going on.
What do you mean, tied with who?
Exactly. He ended ties with who? With the World Health Organization?
Oh, yeah, he did. He did end ties with the World Health Organization. CDC needs to be next. We have to have morals. He doesn't. He's all about the money.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have morals though, especially when you connected to people like that. Unfortunately, that's how they got this far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Mm. A lot of change is happening though, and I'm grateful for that. And I pray that with all of this, there's some permanent changes that better our people.
I hope so too.
I claim it. It's gonna happen.
Can I do one more thing real quick? I know you tired of me.
You're right.
I forget.
But yeah. Yep. Oh, update. So we'll be sending out. Hold on. He's also pushing for the arrest of Hillary. I heard that she was in court recently, and I think she tried to do an appeal or something. But I heard that she actually has to go back to court about those leaked emails that were out. He has to go. He's bad for the country. He's big on dividing people. That's what I think. I'm letting him live. I'm letting him live. You know I cannot hide my facials. um, but yeah, I think he is big on dividing us. She was supposed to go, but didn't because of riots. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. It's a lot happening this year, so be surprised. But what I was going to say is, we're actually going to send out information. You are your mother's child, indeed. We are going to send out information soon on the wedding. So, as of now, fingers crossed, we are still moving forward with August 1st. Our venue gave us the green light. They're going to take precautions. So, we're going to send out an update, and we're going to send out like a soft RSVP this probably this sometime this week, just to see where everyone's heads at and who plans on coming out. And then we're going to send another one in July, closer to the time, to get the final RSVP. So we will keep you guys posted. He should watch our podcast. He might learn something.
Cool.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh no. Certain people can't teach. But yeah.
I mean, certain people already know. Certain people already know that they don't care.
Yeah. I'll say, there's people, social media is truly on it now. Well, they've been on it. But now, like, I'll see posts on Facebook of people, I can't wait, but I'm not doing curfew. Oh, I mean, the curfew ends this week. I don't think we'll have a curfew going in August. When George Floyd was killed, another black man in France was executed the same exact way. Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that.
I'm telling you, they just had one out here too. Like maybe the day before, the day after, or something like that, and that one didn't go either. They shot some kid in the car or something like that.
Oh, I've seen people post about that one. It was DPS.
Yeah.
I'm too old for curfew. Yeah. I feel it's to start race wars.
That's what I think it is too. I think it's a lot of propaganda going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, not to throw any hatred towards anything, but I mean, when you see a lot of these white people out here doing this, I mean,
doing what?
A lot of destruction and actually being the uh, voice of a lot of this, you know, I think it comes with some type of propaganda, in my opinion. Not to say that they're not tired of it. There are groups of them that are tired of it, but I mean, a lot of it's propaganda too. When you got companies throwing up millions of dollars that they could have been throwing up for years now, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's people that's become like the top of the company still probably make a bill, when they just throwing away a million. They could have been doing that for a while. So why are they just doing it now?
I mean, I think now it's mostly because the the reaction, and they didn't. I don't think people really expected it to be the type of reaction that it is. And I do feel like there's multiple groups who are out there protesting. I feel like there's really people of all colors who are out there for change. And then within that, I feel like there's people who are just riding the wave, who want to be in the mix. Then I feel like there's people who are intentionally going to cause confusion and destruction.
Yeah.
So,
Janae, do you think?
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go
I don't
ahead.
remember
Go
what I
ahead.
was going to say.
You sure?
Mm.
And not just convicted, they need to be sentenced to jail time because probation is nothing. So, do you truly believe that this country will go up in flames? And do you think that it will go up in flames because we have other races that are more incorporated with that now? You understand that? So I don't get involved. This could be any one of us, and we need change. You're right.
I think that was to your question. She said.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all I'm saying though. It's just kind of like it wouldn't have been done just with us. So it just feel like it's just more with it. That's all. With the change comes got having to be equal all the time. That's because we have so many that are on our side. So imagine the backlash if they don't go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say I feel like even though the goal is for division and you have people who are ignorant and are, you know, still trying to divide us, I feel like we have more people who are unified than not.
That's
I
true.
don't know if marching is enough anymore. Black people need to unite, formulate a plan, and organize. Yes.
Yep.
I think that Saquon and I were talking about that.
Yep.
And because he was saying, he didn't feel like the protesting was enough either. We've done it so many times. And I do feel like it's part of the plan. It does help. But we were saying that there needs to be action plans and there needs to be steps. Like, yes, we need to be out there, we need to make noise, but then we also have to demand change and make sure that policies and bills and laws and things are actually changed.
Yeah.
And nothing that's just going to be temporary or just a little something to just shut people up, but like true change.
Yeah. And we need to have something for ourselves, man. Something to protect ourselves. Just plain and simple. Like, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, with it, comes some extra nonsense, but I think we need to have something where, we could call our own people before we have to ever call them. And, you know, our own people answer just as quick as, they can. So they'll be there to handle the situation right along with us, with them. Do we, as a group, even know which we want? I mean, that's kind of tough in life. You're right, Uncle Mark. We did watch that right on national TV. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We as a group even know what we truly want.
Um.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a clear message.
Yeah. Not as a group.
I think there's ideas that we can all agree on, but I don't feel like we have a clear message because of the brokenness within our own people. And I feel like that needs to be healed as well. And I feel like the people who are causing violence, who are racist, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen within them as well. Because to hate somebody for no reason, like, you got issues.
I mean, that's true.
Literally, like, you have some issues. To not care about taking someone's life, you have some issues.
You,
We need a plan of action. We need everything Charmaine just said.
that's true.
We need our own.
I
Yeah.
was just telling her, we're not equal. You know, so that's not what we need to be fighting for.
I think the one of the problems is, and something that I feel like this is why things haven't happened for so long, is because people feel like when you get something more than them, they feel like you're taking something from them, instead of understanding that our gain has nothing to do, like, it's not a loss to you. Yeah. It's just our gain. It's the same like reason why when we say Black Lives Matter, people say all lives matter, because they want to be included. They feel like someone is taking something from them or saying their life isn't as important because we specifically say Black Lives Matter. So I feel like if people could stop being selfish and understand what's actually being said, then, like, we could actually get somewhere. Okay. We need to call those. Thanks for this.
They need to be called out by us. They're not fighting for our cause.
Correct. The playing field has never been leveled. Yeah. So that's why I feel like, yeah, if the playing field's never been leveled, slow down. I don't want that job. But yeah, I feel like if the playing field has never been leveled, then we deserve more. We deserve what, and it's so crazy. Like, just learning the history and understanding. And I think that's a big thing that lacks within our people, is like, we don't know our history.
That's true.
We don't know who we are. So I feel like once we have that knowledge and you can be confident in who you are, love yourself, and know the power that you hold, then I feel like we would be, I mean, people are always going to have differences of opinion, but we would be more unified on our approach on how to make a change. But I feel like now, with everything happening, I feel like it's doing some good. I feel like it's doing some good. It may not be exactly, you know, the exact progress that we want, but I feel like we actually are moving forward. And I feel like at this point, there is no turning back. So I really pray it's not like just a wave of, it just happening now and then we just forget about it. I feel like it needs to keep being pushed until changes are actually made. Because I feel like that's what happens in the past is we all hear about a murder, people go out and protest, and they um, send the person to court, charges are pressed, but then no convictions are made and no changes are made to the system. And then we just all kind of forget about it, or it goes in the back of our mind. So we don't have a culture in Black America. We can't trace our ancestry roots.
Well, yeah. We do got a culture in America.
We have a culture, but we can't, but it is difficult to trace our roots. And that's something that like has always bothered me, because I feel like, people, you should be proud of your culture. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your culture. And you have people who are Irish, or I mean, people who are like Jamaican and Trinidadian and things like that. Like, some of their culture and history, they still know things that they've done forever. Not this time, but for like Black Americans, it's kind of like you don't know what tribe you came from, and now it's been so many decades that, I mean, you're probably mixed with a lot of things. So it's like you don't know your true cultural roots. And I feel the first course of action should be to assist Trump in taking down deep state. Then us Blacks as a movement look to create our own system.
Thank you, because I was about to ask, with us just being a group of people here, what would actually be some initiative that you think that we can make? Like, what's actually needed? Not, and the answer shouldn't be something, but what's actually needed? And what is deep state? You know what that is?
Yeah, but educate us on deep state.
Yeah, let us know what that is. But I do believe, like, I strongly believe that we need our own system. Period.
I mean,
you can't keep wanting to be part of something that the top of it is against you.
I mean, I get our own system as in not the system that's here today, but I feel like
I'm assuming that's what that is.
Oh, this light. Deep state is the shadow government. Oh, the people in the background who are actually controlling the puppets that are
Yeah, them people
at the
don't. If
forefront.
the yeah, so if those people don't like you, you get what I'm saying. What's the point?
Well, no, I'm not saying, because when you say we need our own,
Mm-hmm.
like our country, every state pretty much is pretty diverse.
Okay.
So unless you're saying, okay, well, there should only be black communities, there should only be Italian communities. Like if you want to separate people, then that's, I feel like, the only way you can have your own kind of system. I feel like it needs to be a new system, but I feel like we're just so mixed in. So how can you just have quote unquote your own? Like how can you just say, I'm gonna have a black cop come, or our
I think
black law enforcement come for us in a situation where you live amongst so many different
see
people.
this what I think. I mean, it takes a lot of work, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the same way they forced Native Americans all the way across the country to have their own land or whatever they want to call it, the reservations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, a lot of specific part just for black people. I'm pretty sure people will flood it and move there, and our system could contain that. You got to understand now, if a white person comes in there, right? It's like if as an American, black, white, whatever. If you go to Canada, right, you gonna feel like an outsider because you know that you're American. You know that you are not from here, and you know that anything that goes down around here, I might have to face, some extra charges, or it might come down worse on me, because I'm operating here. I'm operating and doing things that I shouldn't be doing here. You understand what I'm saying?
So that's
And
what I'm saying then. So you think it should be segregated?
not segregated. You are welcome to come. It's like pretty much like I said with the reservations. It's not. I mean, I can't necessarily say it's segregated. We could drive through the reservations as we please. They're not stopping us. You get what I'm saying? If it's a store in the reservation, we could go spend our money there as well. They have every right to do that. But this part that where we at, this is ours. So you can't. This is not for sale by nobody. By nobody. No, you can't buy it. If somebody don't want it, then it just go back to the black community some type of way, and it gets recycled. You know, less is more. If
I
they get,
don't.
if they have more stuff than us, then cool. As long as we have our own and we can grow from there, then cool.
I don't fully agree. Let's see what people have been writing. Mommy said we should be able to financially support each other. Agree. Every state is actually its own country and has its own jurisdiction. Agree. Black spending power is equal. Agree. We need to stop assimilating and being so accommodating to outsiders.
Yes, we do.
Okay. We need the wrong to be admitted that was done and acknowledge how this country was built on our backs, yet we own nothing. I agree.
It's in the books,
There are
Uncle Mark.
not,
It was admitted already.
okay.
Sorry.
There are not black institutions in America that America owed money. I do. Black Wall Street, yeah, that they burnt down. I think segregation is good. I want to know more. And we can do business with other groups if it's beneficial to us as a collective. I can understand that. They eradicated their culture. I agree.
And as far as Black Wall Street, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we might have our own space, but I mean, at that time we were still under their system. So if we had our own system, we would have our own line of people, and they know that once you cross this line, I mean, we got you. I mean, and hopefully we have enough resources to, you know, hold it down. And I mean, that's and like we saying now, if a big protest and all of this is what's making them change, then why wouldn't that? Why wouldn't that make them understand like, yo, we don't want this no more? You know?
I know you cut me off.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I don't necessarily agree that it should be segregated. I do feel like we should have space of our own. I definitely feel like we need ownership, and I do feel like we should look out for each other way more than we do. We've done it better than them, and they stole a lot of ideas. Very true.
Yeah, but they stole our ideas being under their
The
system.
Constitution was actually derived from the United Nations Great Law of Peace. They stole everything. I agree. I do agree with that. I just don't. So I'm just confused though, because I do feel like as a people we should come together. We should have our own, and we should especially be able to financially flourish. And we have the intelligence, we have the creativity, like we're able to do so. And but I just I don't know. So do you think that all black people should move to one area
Listen,
in America? Do you think
no.
all black people should just move to one area, one state, and that's
Okay.
it?
Do I think they should? Right? If I have to say yes, I think no, and no. I think that there should be a lot of land that is just for us. Some black people could go wherever they want to be, but guess what? You know that if you playing out of bounds, you're gonna get the out of bounds consequences. You playing their game, not our game. At that point.
So you say it again. You said
I don't think that everybody has to go.
It.
That's what I said.
You don't think everybody has to go, but what?
But you know that if you playing and they feel you gonna play with you playing it with their consequences. You playing their game.
So who's they?
The government, the United States.
So then so the problem. Okay, yeah, I need clarification. Hold on. Actually, they didn't steal. We gave it to them. He said yes.
So what you said though?
Yeah, we don't have the equality. And then he said, spread out, Atlanta works. We need a headquarters. Luby said, I'm still waiting for her 80 acres.
40 acres. Oh, well,
40.
You're never going to get the 40 acres if you know the story behind that.
Your Uncle Mark said, no, he can't tolerate some of his cousins. And then Dominique said, but then again, being in one place makes it easier, for them to wage war. Luby said, laugh aloud. The 40 ain't coming, Gina. It ain't coming, boo-boo. No, I mean, but I mean, it was signed into law. Then
they reversed that.
They killed him. Thomas Jefferson. No, who was it?
Andrew Jackson, I think.
No, who'd they kill?
They killed
Abraham Lincoln.
It was probably Lincoln, yeah.
And then Andrew Jackson came in and reversed it.
Yeah, so we never get in the 40 acres unless that's part of some what they call it. I forget the name.
Reparations.
Yeah, reparations.
But okay, so I just need clarification. Because I understand, yes, us as a people, we should have a headquarters. I agree with that. But not reverse. Stole it.
No.
Oh, well, he signed it out. It was a law that they were going to, it was a law that was signed, and he came in and dismantled the law.
But Uncle Mark saying they stole it. So are you saying that they gave the land to the white people at that point? You know, because I mean, from what we watched, the docuseries that we watched was saying that basically people were upset that they reversed it, and the white people didn't have to reverse all the payment and all the things that they had done for all of those years. Yes, we searched $5 Indians.
Okay, look into that. But okay, so my thing is though, in this day and age, do you guys really think that everybody, like where you live now, you're going to pick up and just move to Atlanta and come something like, I don't see it happening.
If for your freedom, people will move. You don't understand. The country has done it before.
But what freedom is it necessarily that, because there's a false sense of freedom right now that a lot of people have.
That's very true.
Look up the Homestead Act. Okay, well, we'll be doing some research. I feel like I've heard of the Homestead Act. I don't recall what it's about. But I feel like people have a false sense of freedom, right? just this protest now, I didn't say Atlanta is the place. I just said it works because Atlanta is the black capital. Yeah. Um, but just look at what's going on right now. So a lot of freedom of speech, which is supposed to be a right, is being taken away.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our rights and stuff have been taken away. So clearly it's a false sense of freedom for everybody. But what is it like, what freedom would black people have if we all segregated ourselves and lived somewhere by ourselves?
You have the freedom of nobody coming in here to just having the ability to just kill you. That's
Your
one.
own people can kill you in
I
any
mean,
color.
that's true.
So
I mean,
that's not
so, but that's very true. But
change
guess
the
what? We're
mindset
not
of
fighting
us.
against
Yeah,
that as hard as we're fighting against these white people doing it to us. So that's how about we should just start there. You know, then we could deal with our own people.
That's not accurate.
Why not?
Because in any race, whether it's white, Latino, black, like your own race is going to kill you more than anyone from outside.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but like I said,
Mhm.
we don't go in the uproar the same way when our own people kill each other. You understand what I'm saying? So obviously the priority is white people doing it to us right now. That's obviously what we care
I mean,
about.
it's the priority. I get that. I mean,
I got him.
big facts, Saquon. Oh, please. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. I think I'm not. See, I don't want to sound like those people, but I just feel like okay. So right now it's like okay. Then the mindset is you're saying okay, well, first we can't let anybody else kill us. Let's be more mad at this right now, and then we focus on stopping us from killing us. I mean, I do feel like the reason why a lot of it happens between us is just because of being oppressed anyway. I do feel like it stems from something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get that. But I'm just saying, you think everybody's going to move, or majority of people will move there because now they don't have to fear cops killing them.
Check this out.
I asked the question.
Yes.
You think
yes.
Okay.
Look, I think if you told...
He said what do you disagree with?
Well, what I was going to say is I think if you told somebody that, all right, yo, Atlanta and Florida and North Carolina, you go to those, South Carolina, excuse me, you go to those places, and if a white person is to ever come in there and kill somebody, they get mandatory 3 life sentences. I think that more people would flock there. I'm not going to say everybody, but more people would flock there. You know, we always wage war between tribes, and that's natural. That's very natural. And like y'all said, is more people being in one spot. You know, okay, cool. People could attack us, but Mexico right there,
natural,
right? Mexico right there. At any point, I'm pretty sure if United States really wanted to knock them out, they could have. Canada right there, they could do it too. At the end of the day, these people don't make these moves because they don't want the big issue.
Okay, so I don't agree with war being natural. I know it happens in history and it happened a lot.
Jealousy is natural.
It's common.
It's natural. It's natural.
It's common for people
or not jealousy, envy. Put it that way. Envy is natural.
I feel like envy
is natural.
Jealousy.
Huh?
Go ahead.
But I mean, maybe I'm using the wrong word, but you have to think about something. It's natural for someone to see something and want it.
That's not jealous.
Well, that's why I said envy. But what would the word be then?
Fighting is natural.
Fighting.
I don't agree. Too. It's not in my heart to fight, so I can't agree.
You want to know how you know that's natural? If you watch any animal, right? They all do it. They play fight as youngins. So that's how you know that that's natural. Little boys do it. True. Sometimes girls fight as young girls.
I don't agree it's natural, only because I feel like
you learning your boundaries.
No.
Go ahead.
I feel like most times that tribes and wars and people and things, any war, it's mostly over something that does not belong to you.
That's what I just said.
That's not natural. That like if you
that
were
is
in,
natural.
no, if
you
were
might
in
need
tune,
it.
no, listen, because you can trade, you can barter, you don't have to fight. So what I'm saying is like if you were in tune with nature and connected to your higher self, as you should be, you would not be fighting.
All right, so check this out.
So no, hold on.
Go ahead.
So I feel like people want to fight over things that were here before them, and that'll be here long after they're gone. So that's not natural. And I don't think that's following nature's law.
This is what the problem is. This is what the problem is. If I give you
skills to eat.
When
they play fight. That's natural.
Okay, and I just said, but I did say, but after that I said, because we learned in our boundaries, we do it the same way. That's why we get we get into arguments and all those type of things.
But it doesn't have to be physical.
Sometimes it get physical.
No, it can get physical, but it doesn't have to be physical. If you were able to communicate how you feel and you were able to control your emotions and you were in tune with yourself, you would not have to get physical.
I mean, I think it's all about how you look at it.
No, because what do you gain by being physical?
I'm not saying that you gain anything.
Okay, so then that's not natural.
No, what do you gain by being physical?
Nothing.
I mean, I think stuff comes from being physical. I think there's things that come from. Nah, it's not.
Dysfunction.
How does just anger come from being
Fighting
physical when they say go punch a bag to release anger and stress?
Conversation.
They can't tell you to go punch a bag to release anger and stress and then tell you being physical.
You can go run and release anger and stress.
Okay,
you don't have to punch a bag. It's just about the release that happens.
But if two people want to play fight and say, okay, we're not gonna punch each other in the face or nothing like that, or actually hurt each other, that's okay. Sex is physical, you're right. And that's a form of wrestling almost, depending on how you go with it.
Okay, whatever.
So
that's not fighting, and that's not out of anger.
It's not fighting, but you could get to that point where
it's not out of anger, it's out of love. Go get the gloves and let's figure this out. See, that's the problem. Y'all ready to fight?
You ever fought straight for like 2 minutes?
No, I've never fought.
That's on. Oh, well, then, I mean, we don't know then.
You don't know what?
You don't know how I feel to fight.
I fought my brothers, but I never had to have a fight.
See, but so you only fought out of anger then?
Right? Yeah, because I was not in tune. I wasn't aligned.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's not natural.
We've grown up play fighting. I've actually remember, as a matter of fact, do you remember we put the hole in the wall at my grandmother's house?
That wasn't play fighting.
We were play fighting when that happened.
You and Steven?
Me and Khalid did that.
Oh, no, I don't remember that then. But yeah, anyway, guys, I made my point. Fighting is not natural.
It's natural.
Fighting is not spiritual.
It's natural.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because honestly, if you fight, right, listen. Okay, now I gotta break this down for y'all because your Uncle Mark remembers. If you hurt somebody,
to get it fixed. That's why.
Right? Like when you fight, your intent is to hurt the other person.
Not all the time.
Okay, play fighting, but you're still. So then there's no point. So, but when you typically fight, martial art is not to kill.
Yeah, it's to submit.
Martial arts, isn't that more so defense rather than offense? Isn't that more so like blocking and doing least harm rather than trying to hurt somebody?
But look, what you mean not trying to hurt them? In defense, I'm trying to hurt you enough to leave me alone.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, listen.
I'm not about to just stop you and let you have all the energy in the world to just sit here and keep coming at me. No,
they do. Well, okay, what I've seen in movies, yes, they do. Like, okay, in martial arts, I thought the goal was because usually sensei and all the teachers out there will not be happy with their student if their student is out there bullying and fighting and just getting mad and not being able to control themselves. Iron does sharpen iron, but the goal is not to hurt people. Nothing comes out of fighting. Nobody wins. Exactly.
Things do come out of fighting. And if somebody does win, if it doesn't become a war, That's the problem. That's what it is. Somebody does win if it does not become a war.
No.
At the end of the day, it's true.
What
At
do
the
you
end of
mean
the
somebody wins? Somebody wins the fight?
Yeah, somebody won that battle.
And guess what? 9 times out of 10, when people fight, they want revenge. If they lost, they want revenge. If you hurt somebody, they want revenge.
Not all the time. So check this out. So somebody comes invading my territory, right? I see them coming clearly with a gun. I have one for myself. So they see me, boom, they're shooting, right? What am I gonna do? Shoot back, and I'm gonna hurt them so that they stop.
And that's defense.
Okay, and guess what? Now they have a choice, right? They could actually go back and say, man, forget them. We're gonna go try to get them again. Or they could say, man, they actually got a defense. Let's just try to go talk to them or be a little bit more diplomatic. They have a choice, but you laughing.
That's what they're gonna go home and say.
But people do.
Chat it out.
People do that.
No, the heck they don't.
Okay.
Some
people do go in with force. Some people do approach something with force, thinking that I was just dealing with a small fry.
But first of all, one, the person coming to you that way, that is not natural. That's the first problem. That's why you're defending yourself. If someone's coming to you, you don't think that's a problem? That's why you have to defend yourself. If it wasn't a problem, you'd let them do it.
Someone coming to just take, I think that's natural.
No, because
it is because
I'm not going to argue because I know
somebody's coming to take is natural.
No,
because
it's not.
You want to know why that's
taking
natural?
Something that doesn't belong to them.
Guess what? Yeah, that is natural because the trees, anything that just grew off the tree, what were we supposed to do? Ask for it first? Nobody prays before they grab something off the tree.
Actually, yes, people do.
Okay, but we don't. So people.
I don't grab things off the tree.
Okay, well, we don't pray before we pick it up.
When I do start growing my garden.
Okay, but we don't pray when we pick it up at the store. No, but you're not thinking balance. Without anger, you wouldn't know happiness.
Okay, there's anger. You can be mad, but that doesn't mean you have to put your hands on somebody. Like, anger does not have to mean violence. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So I get balance.
All right, so check this out.
I understand balance. I understand duality. But I don't think that anger means that you have to physically hurt somebody. And if you physically hurt somebody and you see them hurt and you don't have that, I just feel like there's a lack of compassion if you think hurting somebody is the way you should be doing.
Okay, yes. So I believe that. All right, so but like us as Black people, we're in a position where we have someone coming to attack us.
We're on the defense.
Yeah, so we're on the defense. Yes. You're trying to tell me we don't hurt them now? That's what you're trying to tell me. We don't hurt them now, and they just keep shooting us.
No, I'm not saying that we don't fight back, but I just said it's not natural.
Okay,
it's not natural. I understand defending yourself. I'm not
so
saying
trying
that
to say
you
they
shouldn't
fake
defend
people?
I'm saying
what's fake about them, because they obviously
said fake. I never said real or fake. Okay. I said not natural.
Okay, so if it's not authentic, what's the opposite of natural?
Natural does not mean authentic.
I'm asking you.
Unnatural.
Okay,
that's
so
the opposite.
What is unnatural about a white person? Because they obviously have these feelings.
Yes. So
I'm asking you, what's unnatural about a white person because they have those feelings?
Not every white person, but the people who do have those feelings, clearly they were either taught to hate or have some type of insecurity or something inside of them that allows them to feel hate towards another person by the color of their skin. That is not natural.
So insecurity is not natural?
No, because if we weren't such a superficial, materialistic society, there wouldn't be so many insecurities. There wouldn't be all the issues that we have today. You can go to different tribal communities or indigenous people. They don't have the same issues that we have until we introduce the things like magazines, TV, junk food. Until we start introducing those things to these indigenous people, they don't have our same type of issues. Facts. Yes, they still may have their cultural beliefs that I may not agree with either, as far as castration or things like that, or Sometimes people, will isolate somebody if they did something wrong or kill somebody if they did something wrong. I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm just saying I don't believe that that is natural. I don't believe that us as a people that we cannot be like I don't feel like I feel like we should be able to be unified. And even if we disagree, I don't think it has to lead to violence. And I really don't feel like you should try to force yourself to have something that doesn't belong to you or fight over something that does not belong to you.
Okay, and then see
that's right. That entitlement,
so the part
egotistic pride.
I mean, and I guess that comes from any side. And I think
yes.
And what it is if you're in a certain area, right, and I'm in a certain area, I think naturally, and you can't argue against this. Naturally, this part you can't.
I don't even know what you're
naturally in the world, right? Different areas have different resources.
Correct.
And certain times of the years, certain resources may deplete in other areas.
Correct.
And they have to trade.
Correct.
But now the problem is the greed is natural. I believe greed is natural, but it's you teach people not to be greedy.
No.
Yeah, mainly. I mean, kids try to stuff their face with more food just because they eyes. You get what I'm saying? Like, right? And people just indulge. You teach yourself not to. You kind of.
I mean, yeah. There's a certain line where there's discipline and where you do have to. Okay, so you think if a child was raised without like getting everything, I don't know.
I mean, if you see some big families out there, man, if you just throw all the food in front of their face, they're gonna eat it, right? even though they shouldn't be doing it, they're gonna eat it.
What do you mean, even though they shouldn't be doing it?
Like, I mean,
you mean big as far as size?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, but that's also because we're eating unnatural. Like, I just think
but
there's
a lot. I think it's natural.
No. I think there's a lot of things that occur when you are not aligned with nature. That's the bottom line. And I think that we need to go back to the foundation for a lot of things. Not to say you can't have your wants, you can't have some materialistic things. I'm not saying that's wrong. But I think that we are so out of tune and so dysfunctional because we are so disconnected. Point blank, period. I'm serious.
I mean,
so I'm not, disagreeing all the way with you guys who think that. No, I am disagreeing that fighting is not natural. But I understand defending yourself. I do get that. And I understand that, yes, there are greedy people. There are people who have jealousy and envy towards others. But I just feel like that's something within them that's an issue. So, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm off my soapbox.
It's true. It is something within them. Don't get me wrong about that. It's something within them, but I think that within them is natural for them. Like
no,
it is
because you have people that can go through something and then change and not be.
But but change is learned. That's developed. You understand what I'm saying?
But so are some of those traits too. Some of those are learned and developed by your environment and by watching other people.
That's true. And guess what? When you tell that person,
learn defense without offense.
Somebody got to come at you, right? I think it's just natural. It's duality. It is.
How can you learn defense without offense?
Why is there fighting in the world?
But I'm not. Yes, I agree that there's balance. But why should you have to learn defense? Is what I'm saying. What?
Because certain things like jealousy and envy.
Yes, those unnatural things. That's why you have to defend yourself.
No, you just said, why would you do it? No, you do it because it's natural for those things. Because of the
unnaturals of the world.
You look at it as unnatural. I look at it as.
So then you're just cool. Are you a jealous, envious, greedy, gluttonous person? Would you say, yeah, that's me. I'm gluttonous. I'm going to take what's not mine because guess what? I want it because this is natural. There should be nothing wrong with it. No, you're not that
okay,
person.
look.
I'm not.
I put it like this. I'm not gluttonous, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I see something that I want, I'm just gonna take this different process to go get it. Now, somebody that's hungry or something like that, I mean, they might be more hungrier than me. That's hungry is natural. And they might be hungry enough to not take that same process that I'm willing to take to get what they're trying to get.
And that's because of an imbalance, because they're hungry. If they had the proper nutrients, guess what?
But being hungry is natural.
No, it's unnatural, because
how is being hungry food. Not natural now?
No, I'm saying, like, if they're starving like that, that's unnatural, because there's enough food on this earth for us all
certain areas of the world deplete their resources at certain times of the year. At that point, you're supposed to migrate and go all to these other areas. Now, what if that one person stayed there? It's natural that if that person did not move, he will starve.
Well, is that natural if they were supposed to move?
It's not natural if they wasn't supposed to move. But now we're in a position where people just not moving.
Fighting started with choosing partners.
That's true.
What is that? I don't get that. What does that mean?
Well, fighting started with
the woman is partners. Attracted to who can protect her best. Yeah, but that's probably learned over time. And beforehand, I mean, they have hieroglyphics and stuff like that, and they still fought and did sacrifices back then too. But all I'm saying is that because of unnatural circumstances,
they are natural.
That's why people have to defend themselves. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like the earth provides everything that we need. So if you have to move, and well, I guess there's some like extreme areas where you can't harvest enough during one season to suffice you through the winter or whatever. But I feel like in most situations, you can. If you grow your own food, so it's natural. Wait, what's natural?
Look, so I ain't prove your point. No. I ain't prove your point. She don't even know what's natural and what's not natural no more. Excuse me, because she gonna make a face. But that's how I feel. But man, I'm telling you, it's just, I mean,
it's not natural. I'm just like, okay, Google the definition of natural, please, so we can have some clarification. It has provided a lot of the natural resources. It has provided a lot of the natural resources are depleted. Amen. Because of gluttony and greed, not because naturally the earth can't provide. The earth can provide, but because people are overeating.
All right, so Dan, so check this out.
To migrate to eat for all.
You completely right, and you just jumped in late. That's a natural. You jumped in late, so you can't just go ahead.
You can't.
So check this out, Dan. Now check this out. Do you believe that being territorial is natural or not? Also, do you believe that people coming to probably attack or try to come take from another species or take from another thank you, survival of the fittest. Do you believe that survival of the fittest is natural?
That is natural. But that has nothing to do with you fighting, or survival of the fittest just means that you have the intelligence to handle the situation at hand, or the creativity, or the, I don't want to say luck, but you have the favor to be able to withstand whatever it is.
Okay, so he believes survival of the fittest is natural. Okay, so do you believe that fighting is natural as well within being part of being, within the terms of survival of the fittest? Do you think fighting is a part of that?
No, I feel like that's an unnatural category.
Fighting and being able to protect yourself and hurt someone else. No, just like that, because she don't think that that's part of it.
Yes,
most definitely. Yes, even Uncle Mark said it. Look at that. That's all natural.
Simmer down.
This is what we was trying to get to.
No, that's not natural. Because,
it is.
No, it's not. Because why should you have to fight? Okay, so basically what you guys are saying is that, let's say there's a famine. Mommy said fight or flight.
Thank you. Yes. It's natural. Auntie BB with me. She not even in the
You
chat.
have to defend what's yours. Okay, I'm saying defense is natural, but I'm saying the offense is not natural because you should not be trying to take what's not yours. That's what I'm saying. And let me read y'all the definition of natural, since y'all are unnatural.
Okay. Oh,
Hold
okay.
on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, for the adjective version, existing in or caused by nature, not made or caused by humankind. So all the things you guys are describing are caused by humankind. Unnatural.
I guess, but we here on the planet, so that's natural.
Yeah, see, Dan said offense is no. Oh. Uncle Mark said because you were taking something that's not yours. So yeah, that's not natural.
All right, so put it this way. So check this out. If my family lived on this plot of land for 15 years, and every day we go to that one tree and take that one apple that I need for my family, right?
Wait, say this again.
If my family, right, has just one tree.
That's your tree that's
on
your property.
See, I'm
asking.
We're not going that far. It just grew there.
I need clarification.
It just grew there.
It's not on your land?
It just grew there.
It's on the community
naturally.
Land?
We going way back. Naturally.
All right, hold on. I need to know whose land it's on.
Yeah, my community. We just live here.
That multiple
in the hut. Way back.
Multiple huts on this property.
Just my family.
It's just on this property.
Just my family here.
People know this is you.
That's it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Now,
continue.
This one tree produces this resource to us year round, right? Every day when we go to this tree, right, it gives us just enough of what we need. Now, 3 miles down, right? Over on
stealing, we fighting.
Over on John's. Not can I say
stealing
John?
Was unnatural.
What's a good name?
Huh? A good name?
Yeah.
Of someone who came by. Don't name him. John Doe.
Okay, we'll stick with John Doe, right? So about 2-3 miles down on John Doe's land, right? Him and his family been there for about 15-20 years. We know they lived there. You know what I'm saying? Everything been peachy, right? But now these last 3 years, you know what I'm saying? They tree ain't working right. They tree ain't doing the same thing that ours is doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
We don't got nothing to give up to them either.
You do. You have knowledge. You have knowledge. Maybe no. They're doing too hot because they overwatering the poor thing, or maybe it's in an area where.
How about this? How about this? They tree not hitting like ours because they closer to the mountain and they don't get enough sunlight like we do.
But every other year their tree was fine. Now all of a sudden these 3 years the mountain's blocking their sun.
I mean, the mountain must have grew. I don't know. You just gotta stop. A tree. Some other trees. Some other type of vegetation started blocking the tree. So now they don't get enough sunlight. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, but our tree give us exactly what we need. Nothing more, nothing less. We can't give it up. You get what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we got some babies coming on the way that, we trying to figure out how we're
y'all just doing a whole bunch of
Yeah, we flourishing over here, right?
Okay.
What they supposed to do?
Find another source of food or ask you, but not come over here and steal your apple. They're not supposed to come over here and steal.
What's the most closest source, especially if they know that they could wipe us out and just take the tree?
They better start eating some grass. They better start chomping on some dirt. They better start eating some bugs with some of the good protein. They better figure it out.
You telling them to become savages.
I'm not. That's not a savage. That is survival of the fittest. Isn't that natural, folks? No. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah. So, survival of the fittest. Go eat some bugs is become savage. Well,
no, that's not savage.
That is a savage. If the tree is right there.
In some countries, that's a delicacy. So first of all, second off, let's say, I'm sure they would come to you first and say, "Hey, Nabe, our tree's dwindling. I don't know what's going on. This little, I don't know, got a rot or something. So can you help us?" And, actually I would say, "Hey, you guys have nothing and we do have just enough, but I'm going to give you one apple."
Yeah. And I would say, just make sure that that's part of your portion.
No, you wouldn't. No, the heck he's lying. But I'm gonna give them. What? I'm being realistic. I am being realistic. Yes, I am, because
we need that, or our people start dying. You don't give it up. That's
okay. So let's say
you gotta be selfish sometimes.
No, you.
Yes, you do. It's ours.
Okay, hold on. I do agree. You do have to be selfish sometimes. Selfish is not necessarily bad, and selfish doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something bad to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Selfish can mean you're just putting yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm realistic. Thank you very much. So what I'm saying is, so basically what you guys are saying is, if you're John Doe, you're gonna just go and steal the apple because you have nothing. Teach them how to use it. Exactly.
Well, Uncle Mark,
Tell them to plant the tree in a different area.
Look, see, this is the thing though.
See, we hear Uncle Mark.
See, that's when bartering come in, because then the thing is that they don't have no sunlight. So I might be like, all right, well, you know, you taking up space on my land. You could put something over here, you know, but now I need a piece of that apple.
No, see, that's called being greedy. No, I mean, it's actually no. It's not. No, you're right. It's actually not bad to say, hey, you can grow something over here. First season harvest, gooch. But we would like some because we are having some more kids.
I'll tell you, this year, bro, you gonna lose some people.
No, whoa.
Because they need it. They need to wait till the tree grows.
No,
they gotta wait till the tree grows. You gotta keep it. That's being realistic.
Yo, I understand. Bro, I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah, I understand.
Your peeps, they're not gonna make it.
Yes, I understand that if you don't have this apple, y'all gonna die.
Pay taxes. I agree. I agree. You can make a system to say, hey, you know, for the harvest, we gonna get baskets.
That's next year though. That's when they tree grow. That's when they tree grow.
I agree.
They pay the taxes.
You can do that. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have to steal. They don't have to come and just steal the apple because they're hungry.
That's what okay.
People are creative. How do you think a lot of the meals and stuff that we made?
We just came up with a solution.
Some crazy meals that we have made as people.
We just came up with a solution.
Exactly. We didn't steal.
But then you stopped me at the fact that they might have to die. Somebody.
Babe, you don't have to. But listen,
somebody on their squad gonna have to die this year.
That. He don't need no confirmation.
I'm just telling them.
No,
you know I understand and I apologize.
See, you doing too much.
I mean,
they're not hearing about growing trees, which takes time. Yeah, they don't have to hear that. We can tell them
exactly.
That,
he on my side.
No, I'm saying
when somebody hungry, they're not trying to hear about growing that tree. They want that right now.
I said I'll give them some of my apple.
Nah, but I'm not trying to go in debt. I don't want to go hungry. I don't want none of my people to die because
no one's gonna die. Just because you eat less, you still are eating some. That doesn't mean you're gonna die.
We have growing kids. They eating more.
They're not. First of all, for one, you're not just eating apples. So this is just unrealistic. Come on, I'm unrealistic.
Look, Navarro
He's unrealistic.
It's not unrealistic.
Yes, it is.
It's just harsh.
It is harsh, and I'm
not that person. Unrealistic.
I'm gonna be more selfless and say, take some of my apple. Listen, we all gonna lose a little weight this year, but we all gonna make it together. Because God forbid, guess what? Look, see, this is the problem. I need your apple. But see, this is the problem. See, you need to treat people how you want to be treated, because guess what? One day, right? The kids could be out playing, having a good time. John Doe and the crew walking down the street, see the little kiddos, and guess what? There's a wild wildebeest, a wolf or something about to attack kids. We're nowhere to be found because we're inside cooking the apples, okay? So they protect your child. Now, guess what? If you wanted to just starve them, they may have not been walking down that street because they'd be dead. So when you treat people right and you just do things out of the kindness of your heart, it's going to come back to you in ways that you don't expect.
All right,
that's all I'm saying.
That's true, but say for instance, we both got 2-year-olds, and if they try to save our 2-year-old, but if they try to save our 2-year-old and that put their 2-year-old at risk, you think they're gonna go do it? No.
They would try to save their child first, but I would hope that they would also
No,
at least
it's not
attempt
try
to save ours.
They gonna call us and let us know. That was the same way how when we put the tree on our
You owe
land.
me some apples.
We put the tree on our land and told them to wait until it grew. They called us and let us know that it was coming. I did.
Yeah, well, we didn't listen to you. Sorry, King. We said
you told them no.
Yeah, I said you can grow your tree, and in the meantime, and in between time, you can have some apple. What did Navarro say?
Navarro said,
if that wild
I think it's.
You wish you knew how to fight.
Exactly.
It'll come naturally as a defense mechanism.
You think that people know how to just fight against a whole animal naturally? They have to learn.
Okay, hold on.
They have to learn that.
Perfect example. Do you think women, when their child is stuck under a car, practice lifting up a whole car? No, that's called a natural defense and an adrenaline rush. They didn't have to practice that, but their body was just like, oh no, we got to be superwoman.
So
we got to save my baby.
All the people that then got killed by these animals? What are you saying? They natural instinct didn't kick in.
It could have kicked in, but the animal could have been just a little bit stronger.
And it might happen to you, so you might need to know how to fight and protect yourself.
But
a little bit more.
Still beat me.
Yeah, but you smarter than the animals to a certain extent. Sometimes, not all the time.
What did Navarro say?
Navarro said it. I think it is natural for people to be greedy and selfish. It is unnatural for someone to think of other people before themselves. I think it is civilized for one to put others first.
Civilized?
Thank you.
No, the car is not natural. No, the car itself is not natural, but the mother's ability to want to save her child and her body's ability to release the adrenaline so that she can lift up this car and protect her child, that is a natural a natural response.
So if a tiger maybe be 250, 350 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, boom, you might have the strength to get that sucker off of you, but you might not have the skills to necessarily defend yourself against the tiger, keep attacking you or deal with its energy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't have those skills.
I was going to say something that I know y'all would really say it's not natural. But I was going to say, and I'm going to say it anyway, is that, people have befriended a lot of wild animals. And those who live amongst wild animals just know there's certain times where, like, you remember, I think we were watching something where this guy lived amongst hyenas. He knew if they're hungry, of course, you don't go hang with them. It's not hang time. They're hungry because that's natural. And when they're hungry, they're not looking at you like friend. You are foe.
Same thing for the other man down the road. They hungry right now.
He's not eating you.
They gonna come squash us for the tree.
No, it's natural for animals because it's a circle of life. They eat each other.
We animals. I know you don't really kind of.
No, you can call us animals. You can call us like mammals, but we do eat animals, but we don't eat we're supposed to be on the same level, right? So we don't eat each other. So we shouldn't be fighting each other. If more people have the knowledge and the resources to get the food, create, yes, there could be a hard season where you lose your crop, and that's unexpected. So in that case, that's when you barter. Someone in the other family can be a doctor, somebody else, and you can give them extra food. I really don't think that, for the most part, we'd just be living off of just enough, especially when you have a family. So that's what I'm saying, peeps. And
Navarro said you really actually agreeing with us.
Actually, I'm not.
She agreed, but
I don't.
She agreed, but she don't.
I don't agree, Navarro. Read his thing again, because you said being selfish is natural. That is not natural. When you see, that's how they get you with them. This is why Black folks can't unite. Yes, because you guys want to be unnatural.
No, because it's okay to love. Y'all think it's okay to love, but y'all don't think it's okay to hate or leave.
It's not.
So it is alright not hate.
No.
So you don't think you think it's okay to be on the defense, but you don't think it's never okay to be on the offense side of anything. That's what you're
not in a negative way. That's what I'm saying. Your intent should never be to harm somebody else. Like, that is not natural. Like, that's why when they play those little commercials of like a sick animal or kids suffering, people want to help. Like, that's why you give money to homeless people. You want to help. That's natural. We want to protect you, Queen. Please do, because
you have to allow us.
I am allowing you to defend me, but you don't need to just be on the offense.
Okay, so all right, so boom, check this out then. So let's say we've been attacked 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the drop, right? We got the drop. We know.
Tomorrow, our kids are gonna learn how to fight from a young age too.
Oh yeah. So, no, definitely.
Wait. And this doesn't go against anything I said. This is for defense. So that's natural to be able to defend. Yeah. Because I know the world that we live in is unnatural. So my kids need to be able to defend themselves. Thank you. All right. So I'm not agreeing with you guys.
So check this out. Let's say these groups of people, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey G.
What's up, G? Has attacked us 4 or 5 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this time, man, we got the drop. We know that 2 a.m. they're gonna be all drunk, messed up. They wouldn't be able to protect themselves. This would be our time to go in there and wipe them out.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. We got the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do it in your eyes? Do we do it or not?
No.
Okay.
No. So
I believe we do it. I believe we do it.
I understand what you're saying. If someone, but
they having fun coming over here, just popping somebody here and there, and we got the drop on them to just alleviate the situation. And we're gonna let them live.
Babe, you're missing my point.
No, okay? No, I asked you that specifically because at that point we would have to put some offense into play.
No,
it is. It's being defensive.
No, what you're saying is offense. I don't agree. No, that's what I feel like. We would like after someone attacks you more than once, you change your field. Like defenses.
So we leave.
No. I say you change your field. Like you change what's around you. You protect yourself. So you put up defenses. You got to put little mind bombs things. Mm-hmm. What are they called? Mines.
Mines.
Whatever. If you got to lay out something like you protect yourself. But what I'm saying with the point that you're missing is that their first attack on us is unnatural. Because why are they attacking us?
Because they want something that we
exactly. They want something that doesn't belong to them, and that is not natural. That is greed, jealousy, and that's just not wanting to work for what you have. So I don't think it's natural. But I appreciate you guys and your opinions, and it's all love. It is all love. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to, because getting that one through your skull. Boy,
oh man, I do agree with defense though. That's the part I agree with. I agree. You defend yourself 100%. I just don't ever think your intent should be to harm somebody else. I don't feel like your intent should be to take anybody else down or take something that doesn't belong to you. What's for you is for you.
You're saying
if it was meant for you, you would have had it.
If they attack and keep evolving in defense, that's all you're saying. If they attack and keep evolving in defense, it's unnatural that they attacking us, but
the thing is,
they like attacking us. They keep doing it. Mm-hmm. We got landmines. They went and got rockets. And what do we say? Woo! Oh, they killed some of our people. Now let's get something else to try to stop the rockets. Now then they built some type of way to get around that, and now we're gonna say, oh, they killed somebody else.
Well, then you're just as bad as them because at the end of the day,
how?
Because
we're protecting ourselves, like you said. We keep making the
real question: defense. Are white people?
That's the whole thing. That's why I asked before. So what is it about them that is unnatural if they're the ones that's doing this? That's what it comes down to.
Everything that you guys are saying.
So
it's everything. But you guys would be the same because you're saying that that's natural. You're saying the want to have something that doesn't belong to you. Mm-hmm. The desire to just take from people.
Wait, are you finally agreeing that's what you said exactly?
No, I'm saying that's exactly what you guys said. Okay. No, I ain't agreeing.
Okay.
But if these are all the things that you guys are saying that they're doing to us, but you're saying that's natural, but then yet it's a problem.
Okay.
Right? What's going on?
What's the problem? What's the problem is that we letting it happen. That's the problem.
Yeah, so that's no defense. But what I'm saying is that is not natural. That's why it's an issue, right? Because it's not natural. It's not something that should be happening. So then that isn't that. Hello, come on now.
So the question,
y'all need to agree with me now.
So answer the question: are white people natural? Are the things that these white or better are the things that the people that are doing these things to us, are they natural people?
They're natural doing unnatural things,
and they have an abundance in life. They have things that they already have the things that we can't have.
See, but that's materialistic. So there's
it's a hatred. So because they're not taking, they can't get anything extra from us. So what's materialistic about it if they could provide for themselves?
Well, okay, I won't say materialistic. It's internal. It's an internal lack. Because like I don't understand. I just don't understand how you can't see that if somebody, like if you are truly happy, right? If you truly know yourself and if you truly love yourself, why would you have the desire to harm someone, take from someone? Like why would you have the desire to not be like on a peaceful chord? Like why would you want dysfunction? Why would you want destruction? Why would you want to see that if you had everything you needed, if you were happy and content with yourself?
You wouldn't. But you wouldn't. But the person that's opposite of you would want that.
And they're unnatural.
They're not unnatural because, like you said, it's natural to be happy. It's natural to be sad. It's natural to be upset. Yeah. It's natural to be angry. Yeah. With those feelings comes the things that they do. So it's all natural.
No.
Yeah.
You have to get chopped.
I'm serious though. It's true.
Me like that.
No, it's true though.
No, but because not. See, that's a generalized blanket statement that I don't agree with, because everybody who's sad, do they behave the same? No. Everybody who's happy, do they behave the same? No. When you're excited, or does your excitement show the way my excitement shows? No.
And obviously, when we attack them, they lock us up and do all the bad stuff. When they're attacking us, we just protesting. Obviously, we're not reacting the same. That's the whole point.
What?
That we don't react the same. Everybody don't react the same. As you just said, everybody don't react the same. That's the problem, man. But that we're not reacting like them. They're attacking us. That's just the bottom line.
But the thing is, right? You're saying that they as the police?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
And no. I can't say it's just the police, because we see the video, and I mean that's physical harm, but I guess the racism and things that they do as far as like the dog situation, the shorty with the dog, that's what's that?
Amy.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because she's not right. But anyway, you see how she was yoking up the dog. She ain't right. And see how she was talking about
right.
Man.
Yeah, but but you gotta understand, she's not right morally. The feeling that she has
inside is not right either.
It's not right, but it's natural.
It's not natural.
Not right.
That was a learned behavior.
To be wrong is natural sometimes. To be wrong is natural. If to be right is natural, to be wrong is natural. If there was sins, if sins is natural, sins is doing wrong, right?
But what you can do wrong, like I can, let me see something that I've done wrong in my day. I can allow someone to cheat off my test, right? And that's wrong. But I mean, in hindsight, who am I really hurting? Maybe hurting them because they didn't study and they're going past. We need a strong leader. We do need a strong leader. But
it's natural. But what's natural about that situation is you wanted to help.
It was my desire to help.
Yeah,
and then it's about your intent.
What's up, Camille?
Hey, Camille, sir. But it's about your intent. So my intent was to do good because I didn't want to see someone fail.
Exactly.
Right? But it's wrong. Hey, Court.
What's up, Courtney?
If we did what came naturally, we would all act like children. We are taught and conditioned as children to respect others' space, to not hit, to not bite, to not scream and cry and show rage. We are conditioned to cooperate and be what you would call good people.
By dealing with other people, though. So that's where that comes from, being conditioned.
Okay, because you have kids. I don't have children yet. So you think that kids naturally just hit. Like that's nothing that they've seen before, but it's just a natural reaction that when they're angry. But because I feel like babies,
not hit. No, the anger. But let's just think
anger
about
is natural. I didn't say that wasn't natural.
Okay,
but listen, babe, zip your lips.
But you gotta think about the fact that she's talking.
Very
okay,
so.
So yeah, she's still.
Oh shush, because you just want someone to prove your point. Be quiet.
She answered your question.
Yeah, but
so that doesn't even prove my point.
Over me.
Sorry, go ahead.
Dang, sister can't get a word in, even though I've been talking a lot. No, you made me. Go ahead. I just messing with you.
Nowadays, right is wrong, wrong is right. You're right, G.
Please, you don't agree with that because you're saying wrong. You're saying wrong is right, but you say that's natural and it's not. No,
I'm saying that is natural. That's what he's saying. Nowadays, right is wrong and wrong is right.
No, that doesn't say that it's natural. But okay.
If it's supposed to be the other way, the other way is natural.
So you're telling me, okay, Court, back to you. You're telling me that not to bite, not to hit, respect other spaces, to not scream and cry and show rage. Okay. So you're telling me that if I just feel like some of the things are learned. Like if a child is hitting or biting, you don't think that they saw that somewhere?
No.
I didn't ask you.
But we gotta wait for the response. But let's say like Akeem slapping your mom. That's not.
He's seen that from his siblings. Yes.
Just slapping people in the face.
Yes. Tiana. He's seen probably Taj. He's seen people. He's seen his siblings slap.
Learn behavior.
Who's that?
Damien O'Day. What's up, Damien?
It's learned behavior. But it's something that they mirrored. It's something that they saw. It's not natural.
That's where it's from.
No,
that's where it's from. But learned behavior is natural. Learned behavior is natural. Conditioning is natural.
But okay, wait. So you said if you watch children at a playground, these are natural responses to what happens. But before Kai was ever hit or saw it, he knew how. That's a natural defense, though. Was he defending himself?
But why did he know? But why did he know how to do it, though?
Animals fight natural. Okay, listen, hold on, guys. Okay, because Courtney's actually proving my point. So Dominique, Saquon, I hope you guys are listening.
Proving your point?
Be quiet, and I'll tell you. I hope you guys are listening. She said her son went to the playground and he knew how to hit before he ever saw or knew what hitting was. So you guys said that how would you know how to defend yourself if you never had to be on the offense? Well, this was his first time having to be on the defense, and his natural response was defense. So I think that is natural. I think defense is natural, but I think the offense of just sometimes it's not defense. It's just to get what you want or to move forward in the line for the slide. Exactly. Well, and if he learned that from somewhere. You just sometimes.
And when you hit back, that creates the conditioning. Huh? Now, and when someone hits him back or something like that, it just creates the conditioning. It does, because now you know that you can't just do that to people like that. It's just like I said with bullying and stuff like that. That's why I don't really believe in bullying. If somebody's sitting there beating down on you like that and you keep letting them do it, then it's your fault.
Okay, I agree. Damien, so even if you play with a baby, they slap you, we normally make a game out of it. And if you're like most dads, uncles, big brothers, we start wrestle and play fight, we unconsciously teach it. Yes, thank you. That's not natural. It's just something that you as the parent, because a baby, when they're like hitting you, it's not necessarily like they're just like, bam, like they're slapping you because they're mad or something. A baby is learning. Mad. A baby is soaking in everything. So when you make a reaction, like let's say you like, oh, or you laugh and then they laugh, that shows them, oh, they're happy. This is something that they like that I did, and they do it again. So message, drop the mic. I feel you, Damien.
I don't know.
No, but I think, and I won't fully say certain things don't come natural. Like I do feel like a defense is natural. Mm-hmm. I do feel like children, especially because they haven't been on this earth but so long, that they don't know necessarily how to control their emotions. And so most kids, I think hitting, I just feel like they do learn that from somewhere. Like crying, yelling, falling out on the floor, Camille?
Yeah, see, you can't even
she
say
said
that.
fight or flight is innate.
She don't believe that though.
I think reaction is natural, defense is taught. Well, let's see. Reaction.
No,
okay.
You're right. Defense is taught.
Yeah,
Defense
that makes sense. That makes sense because your natural reaction to something, you may not even think about it, and it's just your reaction.
But everybody
knows.
Like
the baby is falling, like your reaction is to try to catch.
Pretty much. But falling. Everybody know how to hit. Everybody know how to hit or throw a punch or whatever the case may be. You may know it to a minimal skill. You get what I'm saying? Now like think about it.
No, I'm not disagreeing. Go ahead.
Everybody ain't about to just chop you. You have to see somebody in karate do it.
What are we talking about exactly? So this conversation actually just went everywhere, Camille. Yeah. But I don't even remember how it started, but I know the main concept you will see when y'all have junior. But the main concept was things that are natural versus unnatural.
Yeah.
And my perspective is that greed, wanting things, like taking things that aren't yours, and just the intent to hurt somebody is not natural. And
I disagree.
Saquon and his cousin.
A lot of people in the chat disagree.
And a few others. Some people are like in the middle. They're like in the middle. They feel like, there's duality in everything. So fighting is something that is natural. Defending yourself is something that's natural. Wanting things that, like, if you, the survival of the fittest was brought up. My brother brought that up. And, so basically, hey, if there's a little bit of food left, then it's natural for everybody to fight to get that last piece of food because they want to survive.
I think Camille agrees. But the person are using all those tactics, so you have to fight fire with fire.
But that's a defense, right? Because they're the offense. Yeah. So you have to defend yourself. The defense aspect of it is natural, but they're oppressed. What they're doing is something we dislike. That is not natural. What they're doing is not natural. There's something wrong with them.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact is, if you always gotta hold up the even side to be like, oh, they always coming up. At a certain point, you gotta attack. You have to attack to keep yourself going. So
you're saying that basically, at some point, you need to be on the offense.
Yes.
I feel like that's just stooping to their level. I understand.
Every country got an army. Every country got an army.
And it's not natural because you're fighting over, like I already said earlier, you're fighting over something that doesn't belong to you, something that was here before you, something that will be here long after you're gone. And that is what's unnatural. Why are you fighting over land that does not belong to you?
No, don't get me wrong. I actually agree with the fact that us sitting in one place the way we do, that's not natural. I believe that. I believe that we're supposed to travel the world, move with the things that we need.
And be in cooperation with each other and with nature. That is natural. The world we live in today is not natural. Yeah. And maybe that's where some of our ideologies come from. Maybe that's why, some of you unnatural beings on this.
But see,
I'm just kidding. But I think some people think that certain things that I don't think are natural because of the life that we've all lived and the history that we've all learned.
That's true. But I think what's natural. Let's say if we did have the luxury to just travel across the world and just move, right? Mm-hmm. When you have those elderly people with you, right, and now they can't move with you, and now you got somebody on your tail, right? What do you do?
So in most tribes, and actually I think in the packs, like wolf packs or something, they do this where it's I want to say it's like the elderly in the front, or it's like the moms and the children in the front. Okay, guys, don't quote me on this, but it'll make sense kind of. So it's like the moms and the children are either like in the front, and you also, right before them, though, you have some.
Don't stay silent, Camille. Let us know what you think.
I come from a biblical perspective. No, girl, we need all perspectives. That's the thing. We need to talk. Like, it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have different perspectives. We can respect each other and voice them, because that's what I feel like even though I'm shutting them down a little bit, I think being open-minded and being able to see where the people are coming from is what helps us grow. And
You
learn
have
more.
other people here in the chat with you that see things from a biblical standpoint. So you just share
Yeah, speak on it, girl. Speak on it. But anyway, with the PACs, let's take it biblical. See? Okay. So with the PACs, like they put the moms and the children in a certain place, they put the elderly in a certain place, and they put their warriors in a certain place too for protection. So if somebody's on their tail or somebody tries to attack them, they do their best to protect those people who are, not the strongest of the group, or sick, or disabled or whatever, and they have their warriors who defend, which is natural, who defend them. So in that case, it's like you are strategic. You are protecting your unit. You're protecting your family, your tribe, but you don't just leave them behind because they're elderly. You're
gonna fight
just to defend yourself, yeah, and defend your people, yes.
See, this is what I'm saying though. If they can't move though, are we gonna let them stay there, and do we let the other pack just take them?
No, you carry them.
So if we see that we got the drop on them and they slipping right now, do we try to just leave, knowing that these people going to track us because we got a sickling with us right now, a sick person with us, or do we drop them off? Do we let them know that we ain't having it all together and let them go?
Let who go?
The other pack. We just gonna knock them off. Because I got somebody right here that I need to make sure that they live.
And that's another way. The young have the strength. You need both, wisdom and strength. Well, he's saying that basically, you protect them. Yeah. Well, Saquon is saying basically, if you have elderly or sickly people who aren't able to get out of there, and that the other tribe, that you have a good opportunity to get rid of them so that they don't even come your way. He's basically saying, do you take advantage of that, or do you wait for them to come attack you again?
Yeah. Do you just try to run knowing that you can't run that far because you got elderly with you and they just gonna track you down again?
Or do you take the opportunity to hit them before they can even hit you? Yeah. Is what he's saying. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I've never been in that situation to where I can say, 100% no, I'm not going to do it. We're just going to defend ourselves. But to protect your family, I can see why people do unnatural things. But I still think it's unnatural. Oh man. But yeah. But I do agree. You protect your family by all means necessary. And that in his mind would be protecting his family though. So I understand that.
It's like, sure, why I'm gonna let you stay on my trail?
But I still don't think it's natural, because I think what you're doing is a natural response, but because they're coming.
You think what they're doing isn't natural?
Correct. You hit them first. Sometimes the first blow is the only blow necessary.
That's true.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying I agree with you on that one. If you hit them first, that's a good defense. It's still a defense, the natural protecting of your family. I agree. I think it's still a natural thing.
But you see, at that point, what are you on?
You are on the offense because you're making the first move.
Exactly. But so that's the position we're in.
The offensive defense.
Yeah, but that's, as Black people, that's the position that we're in.
No, we're on the defense. We're on the straight defense.
No. Oh, no. I'm saying we're in the position of, we got elderly, we got people that we're pulling along with us. You get what I'm saying? That we're moving along and they just stand on our tail. Keep doing it. What do we do now?
Gotta unite and defend.
Yeah, you take your shot. you plan. Right now we know that they're powerful and they are hitting us on some end, so we keep taking losses, but while we taking these losses, we plan efficiently, and when we have our chance, you shoot your shot when you have that open opportunity. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion.
I just think that's a broad statement to make. Yeah. I just feel like Yeah, I mean, I get the generalization of what you're saying. Like, you need to be organized and structured, and you need to do what you have to do for change to happen. I get what you're saying there, but
the goal is not for me to just want to attack you. I'm always gonna protect myself. You get what I'm saying? But the more you keep showing me that
Camille, where you at?
I can't just protect myself, and you keep attacking me, then shoot, I know if I know where the headquarters at, and that's where you just keep sending the word from. Guess what? Like any war goes, I'm just gonna knock you out. That's it. That's just the end of it. And like I told you, right at this point, it's a war. It's a war, and if in any war, you deplete the resources. That's what any you know person, any party of a war would do. Deplete the other person's resources. So if I know where it's coming from, then we just need to take care of that. I mean, and they try the money thing. I think the money thing is just um, we need more. No, we don't need more. We need to be okay with what we have until it grows. That's what I think we need.
Honestly, I think we have a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying. We do have a lot.
Unification and support.
Sorry,
if you like cycle the dollar through our communities, we would all be better off.
Yeah. So, but I believe that people like the convenience that
other big companies
have been able to give us.
I mean, I like some convenience myself.
Yeah, but we gotta be okay.
Start building our own.
Yeah, we gotta be all right with having going out the way a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's where I feel like, because I feel like I understand what you're saying as far as at a certain point you have to be able to defend yourself, and when the opportunity arises, do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like the first steps in currently is basically unification, and we do need to pool our money together. And start supporting each other and building each other up. And education. I feel like a lot of us don't understand fully financial literacy and understanding how to build wealth. But we are so creative and we can do it. I just feel like it's just a lack of, like, we do support each other. I won't say that we don't support each other, because we do. But I just feel like there's a structure that we don't have as a people. So, hold on, let's see. I'm listening, I'm gathering my thoughts. I was thinking of soldiers in the military. There's no way they're leaving their fellow soldier on the battlefield just because they're hurt. They will. Oh, they will make adjustments and make do in the middle of the fight to make sure everyone comes home. Okay. And then, let's see. Yeah, but we don't support our own. And sometimes we can support our own. Oh, sometimes we can't support our own. We temporarily support each other. I agree too. Like, and so, yeah, like sometimes too, it's just I don't know how I want to say this. Because sometimes, like, it is tough to support our own.
Yeah, inconvenience.
Not even inconvenience. It's just like certain things may not be what you desire from your own, or a price range that, I guess if you want to call that convenience, like price may be more expensive, from, I can give more.
Go ahead and give them.
Yeah, give examples. But sometimes something may be more expensive and you can get the same thing somewhere else for cheaper. So that's most true. Times you're going to go for the cheaper thing. Or sometimes things aren't put together well.
True.
And so it's like, you don't want that. You want something that looks nice and it's cheaper. So you're going to get that.
And that's what I'm saying. But we got to be okay with saying, all right, well, obviously, these people tried their best and we're not able to get the same packaging that we were able to get over here. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just want that Chinese food. But I don't think there's facts. A problem. See, the problem isn't supporting other people.
No, that's not a problem.
That's not a problem. The problem is we don't support each other.
Yeah, not supporting ourselves enough. That's what it is.
And I think also when you, because like I've seen businesses and they just didn't have the necessarily the quality that I desired, that I wanted. Let's say it was event planning. It wasn't necessarily what my vision was when I looked at their examples. So something maybe that I could have done differently um, was maybe talk to them about their suppliers or their goals or something, like, like had a conversation and see if they, cause I don't know, like if it's overstepping, but had a conversation to see if they knew about certain vendors who had certain things for cheaper that they could, up their quality.
Well, Navarro said the reason being is because small businesses don't have the numbers to drop the price.
Right.
And we need to support so that we have the buying power to drop the price. And that's what it is. It's kind of like this. Every business go like this. If the more I could buy from you, the cheaper the price is. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if I know right now, right, 100 people not walking through this door, why am I gonna go to the supplier and ask for that much when it's not gonna leave the shelves?
Right, because you feel like you're wasting your money or you'll end up in debt.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I do agree. It's the lack of support and not being able to obtain the quality and the inventory that you need to decrease prices. Let's see. For example, we don't plan for longevity. I went to a Black-owned 99-cent store, name brand things, but there was only 7 on the shelves. A lot of the time, we open businesses to make a quick buck and not to serve the community for years to come. And I think that's something that has to do with mindset. Like a lot of Black people, like what we see mostly is entertainment, and we see that type of success. We have what?
Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like we need more access, and there's actually, it's growing now. You can see a lot of successful Black people out there who are doing real estate, who have their own businesses, like who are super successful. But I feel like for a long time that image wasn't out there.
What image?
The image of like Black real estate owners and Black bank, like, people who financial advisors and things like that, who have the knowledge to build generational wealth and to achieve financial independence.
I think the bad part is the image is the just trying to make a quick buck. Because the question is,
that's what I'm saying, from entertainment, I feel like.
Oh, okay, yeah. And so when you walk in there, you feel like they just trying to make a quick buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, do you know their business plan? Do you know if they had something planned for the next year, that if they were going to get enough money, you know what I'm saying, maybe they was going to scale up after that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to put 30 things on this shelf if 10 people walking in the door just to make it look good for you. I'm gonna keep depleting my money just because you want it to look good. That's not cool.
Wait, what do you mean? What we want? What to look good?
Because like you said, it might be like 7 things on the shelf, right? If it's 7 things on the shelf, I put 7 things on the shelf because I know I get 13 people coming into the store, and I'd rather sell out right now and make my money so I could up it.
But I think with education comes then you can expand your market. And that's where you can take it online.
Now, see, the problem is most people walking in the store and saying that, oh, they just trying to make a quick buck. They only got 7 things on the shelf. It look raggedy. It has a not raggedy, and excuse that term, but it doesn't have the same appeal as me walking in the store and seeing 30 on the shelf. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't have the same appeal. That's what people are somewhere in people's minds. That's what they've been accustomed to. They gotta, like I said earlier, they gotta think of less is more. Yeah, it's 7 on the shelf right now, but the more that I keep coming to this store, I'm a solid person that I know I buy that every week. So they know that to make sure that they could provide that to me every week. And other people will come here. If I go, and I got something on the deal. One day they might have a sale, you know what I'm saying? And then I might come to my friend and be like, oh, I got this on the sale. Now they gonna go. You get what I'm saying? And it's more stuff there that they might be, cool with. Or somebody else hear about it and be like, oh, shoot, that's just around the corner for me. I might check it out. They got what you need, and they end up having what they need. They're gonna go. It just takes time. It takes time for that stuff to grow and not look like um what's the word? What's the word? They it sometimes all the quality not gonna look prestige at first, in my opinion.
I mean, I understand that. I think that's just thinking as far as like going into somebody's store. A lot of people right today shop online. Majority of people shop online. And I think something a big complaint is that a lot of black stores, black owned stores, their prices are higher. And I get it's because they have to pay more for their inventory. And if they're not getting as many sales, then clearly they're not buying as big of bulk orders to bring down the price, like Navarro said earlier.
Correct.
But I don't. I mean, I don't know. Let's just read this. Let's see. Do you guys need some black? Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. We're catching up to what you guys were saying. Just because we're this brilliant, powerful, black, smart race of people doesn't mean we should support mediocrity and half-facedness. I agree.
That's true.
And that's the only thing that I see with like certain things. If I don't like the quality, it's not that I don't want to support you, but I just don't like. That's not what I'm looking for. And then, true. Do you guys need some black-owned businesses that you can choose to support from? You can, Camille, you can tag black businesses in the chat or send it to us, and then we can send it out to everybody. Quality, integrity in your business. You have to invest to have quality. Yeah, I agree, and that's a big thing too. Like you guys are all pretty much saying, like you can't go halfway with it. If you're gonna take this serious, you need to make sure you have the quality. And then Vara said, I think we hide the fact that our business is black owned because we want customers. People tend to think because a company is black owned, it has less quality. That's another like false thought that probably does go through people's head. And sometimes it looks cheaper though. Like certain things don't.
But it comes from the means. It comes from the amount that you have.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. If you don't have the amount to throw at it and just keep taking the loss like they do, you got to start from somewhere and not put yourself in a position to take the loss.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. No, I don't agree. If you're a variety store and you're here to provide, give me variety. Yeah. We go to our Chinese brothers and sisters because they're stocked and ready, and they highly support each other.
But guess what?
And they have an abundance.
Yeah, but a variety, that's true. In a variety store, the shelves, that stock come from data. That's all marketing. They ain't just throwing stuff up there. You know what I'm saying? And some companies take the chance to just throw something in the store. But other than that, everything in there, they know the people in that area buy it. Same thing like clothes.
Yeah, but they also, I mean, a lot of things are made in China, and it is very cheap to get that stuff in China. And they have connections with like warehouses and stuff where they can get this stuff for super cheap and sell it to our people. Not know that placebo effect. So plain, huh? I'm confused. What do you mean? Not know that's the placebo effect? Why create a product if you don't believe in it? We move in fear. It's $99 for your special shea butter and $20 to ship because we're not sold on our own product and haven't convinced the market that it's a must have. That's a lot for some shea butter. Seriously. That's marketing. But that is cheap quality inventory. If you don't have it on that scale, wait till you're ready, then lemonade stands before lemonade factories. I agree with that too. I think some people have the idea that they just want to jump in and create this image before before they actually have the ability to do so. Golden shea to be exact. Shea butter is good. But yeah, I think I don't know, because you should be able to get shea butter straight from Africa, not that expensive.
But if you could go, that's a problem though. I feel like if people could go to the lemonade factory, they're not going to support your lemonade stand.
No, he's saying
right?
No, that's not true. Because this little girl,
I mean,
black excellence.
That's true.
She started from a lemonade stand, homemade grandma's recipe, and now she's in the stores. Because I mean, I think a lot of times too is a lot of businesses grow from a story. People like a good story.
Yeah.
People like to attach emotions to it. So I think marketing is
Golden
huge.
Trinity, exactly.
I think marketing is huge, and that's where I feel like education comes into play. A lot of people start businesses without, I'm not going to say everybody, but some people start businesses without actually doing the research. And sometimes you need mentors. You need people to help guide you. You want to make sure you're talking to people who are successful and who are doing it already so that you can have an idea of how to move correctly and understand that you may have losses, but also, sorry, but they can teach you how to bounce back, or they can teach you like things that you can probably write off on your taxes. Like, I just think a lot of it comes down to education and then also support. So it's probably a lag. But yeah, ditto Shar, and you can learn from exactly. So that's why I think like as a community we can support each other, and that's what I was saying too. Is like I don't know, maybe if I see something that I dislike from a different, like from a black owned business, I don't know if it's overstepping to maybe give them some pointers or give them resources. I don't know if they'd be offended, but maybe that's something we can do more of, is helping each other out and be like, oh, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about your business. I like what you're doing, and I had some ideas if you're interested. Um, I'm saying start from the bottom and scale higher and higher. Sell us the product. Make us think that your lemons are the tangiest. Your lemonade is the most refreshing. Count your wins and what you've lost and build it up. You need mentors, a must. They have a blueprint already. Mentors, right? Yeah. So I think that's a huge thing that we do need in our community, are more mentors. And shout out to all the mentors out there who are mentoring people to success. We're too broke to keep being offended. It's okay not to know everything. I'm learning this now. We need the knowledge.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. And then also, if someone gets offended, it's like, if you know your intent is in the right place, then you just keep it moving. Maybe you'll plant a seed. Maybe they'll listen to it later.
Right. It's now you can do.
Yes, and thank goodness for my mentors to help me get through this bar prep. Girl. But see, in every facet of life, like, it's good to have mentors. When you raise kids, like, your parents are kind of your mentors, and people that you look up to or admire, like your mentors, to kind of help you through certain things. So I think that's huge. And that's why I do think that we do need somewhere that we can go, some like hub or headquarters. Yeah, some safe haven where we have resources for us. And I'm sure there's different things out there that I'm not familiar with or aware of that do offer these already for our communities. But I just feel like maybe that needs to be marketed more, where we all know, listen, if you need help with X, Y, and Z, you have mentors here. And not to just, take advantage of anything, because that's, you don't want to go too far. But I want you to be honest with me. Tell me it's bad in the house, because the people outside will destroy me. Amen. That's true. That's true. You need constructive criticism.
Yeah.
That is very true. Look at us making progress, people.
Yo, thank you, Damien, for logging it, for
network,
getting on here with us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
This is gonna be the network. Y'all got to start sharing. I should have told y'all to share. While y'all are on, please like the live if you can. But yeah, this is gonna be the network. We want y'all to start sharing so we can have more of these conversations.
Yeah. Our goal is to gain financial independence, and we want to teach and learn from other people on how to do that, and teach other people to do that, and let people know that it's possible, and that people like us who look like us can obtain that. So we go back, man, no doubt. Oh, how cute, how cute. But like, our goal is to really just show people that you can, for one, you can be yourself. Like, I'm gonna be me. And you can, thanks for the likes, guys. I see them coming on in.
Thank you.
But you can be yourself. Like, you don't have to fit any type of status quo. You can have crazy ideas, and you put yourself out there, learn for it. Thanks, Uncle Mark.
Get that
But
money.
Uncle Mark, like seriously, you can be teaching people.
Yep.
You can be, like you're very big in Booby. Oh, Sylvester, like into stocks. And you guys can be teaching people that. Like that's something that we want to share. Because a lot of times you can learn better from people who you relate to more and who you understand and who
Yeah.
speak like you and who talk
Yep.
like you and who you feel like won't judge you for not knowing.
Listen, I got an idea. So as long as y'all stick with us, y'all gonna see it come.
Into fruition.
Yeah, y'all gonna see it come to reality. We got this. I think.
Yeah.
We're gonna grow from here.
Yeah. Our goal really is just to help us all grow. Like, of course, we want for ourselves to have financial independence, but we want us all to have it. Like we all like, and that's the biggest thing too. Is like when one goes up, that's not nothing to be jealous about. Like that's not taking from you. That's not saying that you can't. Like we if we can do it, it's possible for anybody to do it.
Yeah.
So listen, y'all, we gotta look out for each other.
Like I always tell you, like, and I guess somebody here with me is Damien. We grew up in the school, like, was just all just black people. So we didn't have necessarily the outside. So everything you saying, like, I mean, and I guess I can't speak for everybody, because I'm not sure what their home situations were like. But I grew up, I never really, I guess, doubted myself or doubted anything like that. I know that we're strong. And I guess that, I just want to push that message because that's what we had as kids.
Mm-hmm.
We had teachers that came out of college that were in sororities and things like that, that really kind of pushed that message. And, they drilled it in our head as a matter of fact, like, that's 8 years straight.
Yeah.
From pre-K to 6th grade.
Yeah. So we've been on here for a good 2 hours. Yeah. And we appreciate you guys so much for hanging with us. Like, seriously, it was some good conversation. And like, it just makes me feel good to know that there's a lot of like-minded people, even like within the disagreements, like we are still on the same page. Even if, you guys are natural. No, I'm kidding. But like, even if we disagree, like we are still on the same page and we forever have your back. And I know you guys have our back. So,
and these conversations,
we are excellent.
You gotta have them even when you don't disagree. You gotta have them. So
yeah, and it's just all part of like life and our journey of bettering ourselves. Yeah. So you guys put a few little bugs in my ear, and I hope I sprinkled some in yours. Yeah. But yes, we are excellent, y'all. Don't you forget it. Like, we will support each other. If you guys have things going on, let us know. We want to support you, and we're going to continue to share our message.
Thank you.
I enjoyed the conversations. Good job. Thank you, Uncle Mark.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yes. Yeah, we love y'all. Seriously.
We really, really do.
We do. Our lives do matter. I sent the link to you, Shar. Thank you. Thanks, Gorge. Okay.
Thank you.
So I will I'm going to send it to Saquon, the link of Black-owned businesses that you guys can check out. Thank you for sending it, Camille. And then, oh no, hold on. Oh, yeah, see? What? Busted. This time it's you who was cutting me off a lot. Thank you, Boo Biz. I'm glad you caught it, girl.
Oh, late.
No, I just read it though. So
I was cutting her off today. I'll take that.
Yes, I usually cut him off all the time.
All the time. But no, if some people came in here, you kind of was on a run for a while.
Well, we like to talk. It was a good combo. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna end on the positive message. We love y'all so much. We are gonna continue to support each other. We're gonna continue to grow. And listen, y'all, we are all achieving financial independence. Okay? She was yelling, bro. Whoa. I said we're ending on the good note.
She needs to be in front of these protesters.
Oh, man.
Once I got her started, she couldn't stop.
They're really going to be like, take her out. But no, listen, look, see?
I'm actually trying to think about what part you caught, Booby, where I was cut her off because you was going
the whole time. Listen, Boo Biz, we're going to call you, girl. Not tonight because it's late, but we're going to call you so you can let him know about himself. because he was cutting me off.
Is that
All right,
a new
Uncle
term
Mark.
of getting money, Uncle Mark? Because you spelled "buy" wrong.
See, that's not constructive. Don't be that black man. That's not how we look out for each other, y'all. We don't just put each other on Front Street. I'm just kidding, babe. I'm just kidding because I just put you on Front Street. So stop.
You do it all the time.
Anyway. All right. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Good night.
And we're gonna have a game night probably in 2 weeks. So we will keep you all posted. We're gonna go back to our OG original games. So Wheel of Fortune and Family Feud.
Yeah. Oh, and by the weekend or Monday, look out for the next episode of the podcast. We're actually talking about budgeting since she's talking about financial independence. Mm-hmm. Look out for the budgeting podcast. We went over the types of budgeting, importance of budgeting, and we tried to do a mock for you guys.
It's a very general mock budget, but yeah, that's a great episode. And then also, if you didn't see our episode on the joint, good night, Paula. If you didn't see the episode on our joint bank account, look at that too. Even if you're not in a relationship, because we go over some very good bank accounts that you might be interested in. Love you, Camille Stir. Love you, Mommy. Love you, Boo.
And we reviewed
love everybody.
One of the accounts that we talked about in that episode, in the next episode. So
yeah, just check it out.
Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Apple.
And yeah, if you have constructive criticism, hey, if you think we need to do better in some way, let us know. We are open. We will not be offended. I won't yell. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Good night, people.
Peace. Oh, wait. Love you too.